And then ever so gently go ahead with your one hand right here and just kind of come up on the longer hairs. Now underneath, be very careful. I like to put my hand, kind of curl their eyelashes up because I hate to clip the eyelashes off, and then just take the clippers very gently underneath the eye and just get the long hairs. Next we're going to move to clipping the ears, and I'm going to switch sides with Kathy once again because it's more comfortable for me to show this being on the left side. Now usually ears are the biggest problem for a lot of horse owners. We hear, you know, people twitch their horses or what have you, and sometimes these things are necessary, but if you start the horse right when you do this, you're not going to have these kind of problems in the future. Just go slow and go easy, and just go ahead and start rubbing their ear. As we can see, this horse so far does not like her ears being clipped. We can see she's already becoming resistant to me. Now, because this horse is being very resistant on getting her ears clipped, we're going to go ahead and take step one and do a humane hand twitch. So Kathy's going to grab the end of her nose as if her hand was the twitch and go ahead and squeeze the end of her nose. There's actually pressure points there that when you squeeze the end of the nose, it actually releases, I believe, a type of endorphin that actually relaxes the horse. So now again, after she has the nose secure, and we kind of let her sit for, 10 seconds or so, I just don't grab the ear, I'm going to come up slowly and go ahead and take my free hand and just rub it along her ear. Now I'm going to come with the clippers and take the back of my hand and go ahead and say, okay. She can feel the vibration, she can hear the noise, but the blades are not on her ear. In case she would do jerk, spook, whatever, I'm not going to cut her. Now that I see that she's letting me do this, I'm going to go ahead and start in real slow, nice motions going down the outside of the ear, with my hand still supporting the back of the ear. And see how I do this, just really nice and slow. Because we're in the winter months, I'm not going to clip out the insides of the ear because these horses get turned out, and it would be awfully cold for them to have absolutely no hair in their ears right now. And see how she's just letting me do this, and I'm just going nice and slow, very, very slow. No jerky movements because that's what gets them trying to get on the fight, if you want to say that, getting on the fight again. Now, if this method didn't work, we'd probably next go to a hand twitch, which is just like two metal bars, and they basically just clamp down on the horse's nose, and then that usually subdues them. And let me get this eye over here. Kathy, you can go ahead and release her nose, and then we'll just kind of let her know it's all right. And even with her nose undone, I'm still going to come back up here and reinforce that I'm not going to hurt her. Okay, let me get this eye over here real quick. Also, when you're clipping, you never want to stand, and I know I've seen a lot of kids do this, you don't want to stand directly in front of the horse. If that horse would spook while you're clipping him, if I was right here in front of that horse and he would spook, he's going to mow me down. So don't stand directly in front of the horse, even if you're trying to get the very end of their nose. You know, go ahead and take a hold of them, bring their head around, and then clip them. Next, we're going to do the bridle path of the horse. A general rule is you go back the length of the ear. If you would lay a horse's ear back, you go back that far in a bridle path. But nowadays, you know, they really are getting a little shorter on the style of that. But again, it's personal preference, however you like it, and probably also how long your horse's neck is, and also what discipline you're in. So, again, start out very slowly. Go ahead and, if your halter will, move it back a little bit so you have clear room of your bridle path where you need to cut it. And go ahead and start. And just go real nice and slow. Keep your other hand on the horse's neck. Now the biggest thing is don't go up too far where every time you clip your horse you're taking more and more and more of that forelock off. What I like to do when I get up to the top, I leave a little bit and I put my hand over the forelock and then I know to start from where my finger is. And go ahead and start working your way back on that last little inch. Okay, and there's our bridle path.